Hey everyone, early morning and welcome back to the channel. So I got home super late last night. I had to make a trip down to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I needed to A, go to a golf course owners meeting, and B, pick up a new snowmobile for myself. And in that time, I still don't have my Ram truck. My Ram truck is currently waiting to get a new digital instrument cluster. It's been almost a month since I took that in, and I'm still waiting for that. So in the meantime, we've still got this rental Durango, the Loaner 2025 Durango GT, and I hooked on my equipment hauler trailer, my 3,100-pound or 200-pound equipment hauler trailer, and I picked up a 550-pound snowmobile. So I wanted to get the whole trip and the mileage and what I got for miles per gallon. So basically the whole trip was about 9 hours and 20 minutes of driving, 586 miles, averaging 12.2 miles per gallon. Not bad. I was really impressed with the Durango in terms of miles per gallon and how little we had to fill up. I'm not totally sure. I actually am pretty sure. This is a 26-gallon fuel tank, and at 12.2 miles per gallon, you could go quite a fair amount, just a little over 300 miles. So realistically, we only had to fill up a few times once, we hit a quarter of a gallon. And I was impressed. I really was. This 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 is a real workhorse, as you can hear it work now. It's not fast, it doesn't have a lot of power, and going into it towing basically 3,700, 3,800 pounds worth, I was a little nervous going at 80 mile an hour highway speeds. I just wasn't sure what to expect with the Pentastar, but most of the time on the way back we stayed in 6th gear on I-94 and US 53, so it really didn't labor it that bad, in between 5th and 6th gear. And that's where this 8-speed really excels at, especially in this application with the 3.6, towing with our Durango RT Tow and Go, as well with the 5.7 in my Ram truck and my Jeep SRT. The 8-speed really makes it so these vehicles find a gear and it stays in that gear. There's always an abundance of power and torque with this 8-speed transmission, no matter what gear you're in, and it never tries to hunt for a gear, which is awesome. So really comparing this to the application with the 5-speed or the 6-speed paired to this vehicle, the 8-speed really makes it a joy to tow with. And I most certainly wouldn't buy this vehicle to tow with, but to do smaller applications like this, wonderful. It really does a wonderful job. Where this is lacking is power. As you can hear, a lot of revs here and not a lot of speed. But again, if you're in a pinch and you need to tow 6,000, 5,000 pounds, anything like that, you can totally do that without a issue, which is super nice. So again, I love towing with the Durango. Our RT Tow and Go that we have, that can tow up to 8,700 pounds. I have towed a lot with that, and the chassis is great. Anytime you can get into a mid-sized 3-row vehicle and tow more than a Chevy Tahoe, that's a great day. So I was very reluctant here towing with this, but after doing it, I don't really have a worry anymore. It really is just a joy to drive. I mean, you've got your trailer brake controllers and everything like that to help out with such a large trailer. I have mine set to, I think, 2.0 gain right now. My trailer is super touchy, even in the light electronic or electric over hydraulic mode right now. It is super touchy, but nonetheless here, it does a great job at stopping the trailer. I don't really have any trailer sway. Again, this doesn't tow nearly as well as the RT Tow and Go does, but this isn't what this vehicle was set up for. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the gas mileage too. I know in my Ram truck with my Hemi, I would be getting, with this load, I would be getting anywhere between 10 and 11 miles per gallon. So I'm pretty impressed with the 12.2 miles per gallon that we got. And I know in the Tow and Go Durango, we would be getting anywhere between 12 and 13 miles per gallon. So at the end of the day, if you're comparing this to a V8 powered Durango, the V8 powered Durango is going to be better than this V6 application because it's not working so hard. This engine is working extremely hard, but while it does work extremely hard, it is extremely efficient, and that's why Chrysler is continuing to use this engine all the way since 2011. Really is a great workhorse, and I hope they don't change this application either. It really is a good application, and if you need to tow stuff from time to time and you don't want to get the Hemi, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to get the Hemi in the Durango, this is a really good alternative if you want to be a little bit more fuel efficient in your day-to-day life and you're not towing a lot with your Durango and you're not looking for speed. This is the one to get. Now, one thing I do have to say that I found very interesting as well, this does not come with a tow haul mode, which I found a little odd considering this is a Durango. People do use this for towing, and there is a trailer brake controller built into the vehicle. I found it very interesting here that there was no trailer brake controller. So essentially here, I found that the vehicle, while it is hooked up and it does know there is a trailer attached, I found that it learned pretty much within the first couple of minutes of my driving style how to control the transmission and what gear to keep it in. I was pretty impressed with it. Now, I do wish there was a tow haul button, but this, of course, does not come with it. But again, I found it pretty intuitive. While it's not as good as a tow haul button is, I found it pretty intuitive, and it learned right away how much weight I was hauling and what size trailer I had on, just with all the technical nannies and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. One thing I didn't like while towing, and this could be turned off, was the lane sense keeping system. I've had lane sense in so many of these cars. 2019 Ram, a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe, my 2023 Ram, and the 2021 RT Tow and Go. And I found that this 2025 application, for whatever reason, for however it's tuned, I don't find it to be as good as the 2023s or the 2021s. The 2019 was okay, but it wasn't great. I find this system to be a little too, and it is adjustable, don't get me wrong. I have everything set on the medium setting, but while this was on the high setting, I found it to be a little bit too intrusive, especially while carrying a trailer. And I do find it occasionally wanting to pull me randomly to the right and off the road. And that's not good when you're towing a trailer, because any little sudden move you make, the trailer amplifies it by 10. So I don't like the fact that this will just randomly take you over into the right lane or off the road. If you're on a 2-lane road like I am right now, I don't really find that too great, honestly. But this is the first application I've had in a Chrysler product where it's done that to me. Otherwise, I haven't had that issue with any other vehicles. I found that out of most of the systems out there that I've driven, I prefer Chrysler's lane sense keeping system the best, honestly. Mercedes is okay. It could be better. Again, we're not comparing this to like a Ford Blue Cruise or a Super Cruise, which Super Cruise is hands down the best on the market. But if you're looking at like a level 2 system, this is really good. Now, this could be just the way this Durango is set up. I'm not sure. I don't find it to be as good as previous applications in some of our other vehicles that we have. But overall, I'm fairly impressed with this. It's a workhorse. The Durango is a big, heavy SUV, so having this weight behind me really, after towing with it, doesn't worry me at all. It does a fantastic job, and excuse me, I can appreciate the V6 Durango a little bit more, and the more I drive this V6 powered Durango, the more I appreciate it, and I can see why so many people buy V6 powered Grand Cherokees and Durangos as a good money saving option. At the end of the day, I'm a little different. I'm a car enthusiast. I would buy no less than a 5.7 Jeep or a Durango, because that's the bare minimum power and torque that this vehicle needs to have in order to be a competent mid full-size SUV. So overall, I'm still pretty impressed with it. I'm impressed with the towing. I'm impressed with the miles per gallon. The Durango, as old as this platform is, guys, it's so kick-ass. I've sat in a lot of different competitors. It's just such a kick-ass vehicle. Yes, the seats could be a little bit more comfortable. Yes, maybe some of the touch points could be better, but at the end of the day, you get a tried and true vehicle that people have been buying for 15 years now. And there's a reason why they've continued to use this platform, and there's a reason why they've continued to sell a ton of Durangos, because it's a fun, practical SUV that has a good all-wheel drive system that can get you to where you need to go, especially with the tow and go group, with some fun. It looks very masculine. That's another reason why so many people buy these Durangos, is because it's got such a good look to it, and it drives very, very well. And I'm impressed. I really am. This beat my, I had low expectations for this anyway, but this beat my expectations. So very impressed. This is a great vehicle, and I'm impressed with it. So with that being said, guys, like and subscribe for more Mopar content, car reviews, and any other exciting car content I got on the channel. So with that, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.